For some reason, my phone hates me. Okay, so let me try to record this for like, oh my god, probably the 5th time. I am not lying. Okay, this video right here that I'm trying to mention or talk about is my UTAU fanfiction, Tales of the Agency. I wonder what it could be about. So it's just like the story implies. It's about agents who work at a agency and they hunt monsters. If you already read it, then it's not a surprise. But if you don't know about this, then probably like, oh my god, what is this? Kim, what are you writing? You crazy beige. So yeah, it's my own little fan fiction that, you know, we kind of talked about on Twitter, that we were like, hey, let's make a UTAU fan fiction writing month. And yeah, I kind of just went on with mine, and a lot of people have actually continued on with theirs too. So, you know, it's not some kind of big thing, but like a lot of us really do, like, we're trying to figure out what new to put in our stories with every chapter. Okay, and speaking of chapters, I have 14 written out so far. So if you want to go ahead and take a look at them, go right ahead. Links down there. I do have to warn you that there is a lot of like adult stuff, and like there's like, of course there's violence. There's like some sexual stuff too. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, but it has to, like, you have to really read to figure out why that is so. Like, it's really not what you think it is, I really think. Pull the bandana. I'm such a girl. Okay. So, yeah. I think a lot of people really do like it because honestly, I'm using a lot of people's characters, but I'm writing them in a way that's not, they're pretty close to the canon that their creators have written for them, but I'm using them in my own little special way that I honestly would like them to be in. Like there's the wolf pack. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a huge fan for werewolves, if this isn't pretty obvious. Oh, yep, right there. Lawrence Talbot is my monster husband. I'm gonna commit it. Yep. You know how much of a freak Kim is now. So yeah. But it has a lot of other monsters too. Like, I have, like, in the beginning, it starts out with vampires, so shocking. And it's gonna have some robots too, and demons, and creepy little ghost children. Ugh, that just scares me even thinking about it. I'm not looking forward to it. And, yeah. So, yeah. So, I guess I should just get started with the list of people who are in it, because really, I think it's the cast that really makes the story. Because, like, even though it stars my main UTAU, Koibito, I think the cast really makes it, because I've written them in my own special little way that I mentioned. And, like, you know, if you want to know how it is, go ahead and read it. Like, I think people will like it, just because, you know, I've kind of written it, like, I'm not that good of a writer, but I think it's really better than a lot of stuff I have written. And, okay, so let me get started on that cast list. I'm sorry if the camera is shaking a lot, just, I was using my netbook, but it makes a lot of fan sounds, so blah. Okay, so first one to list off is Kasui. He was pretty much one of the first characters, but he was only used for, like, the intro, but I think I wrote him pretty well. So, yeah. And then pretty much from here on are people who make a lot of appearances in the story, like Violetta. She makes a lot of appearances, actually, and she's gonna make a lot more. And And because, like, you know, she's an agent girl. If she's not in there, then why bother? Because she's pretty badass. I had to include her in it. Okay, and then apologies to Brella and Vio for abusing your UTAU. And you already know who's in here if you read it, because I know they read it, because I abused their children, their UTAU children. There's Linako and Remu Sonone, and there's Karen and Tansei Mokane. They're in there, so, you know, if you want to read how I messed up with their UTAUs, go ahead, down there. Click, 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 click. Okay, and there's Tsubaki. She's in there too. Kaien and Igamu. I am like such fangirls for them, I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, it's kind of fun just writing them too. There's Yue. He's got a small role too, but he appears a lot. Then there's Karina. She was recently introduced. So, yeah. And spoiler alert, Selene and Shun were killed off in the story. And spoiler alert, okay. Okay, and then these next few characters are going to be introduced in the story. So if you kind of want to be like surprised, or you want to read a story and then come back, you can do that. So, listing right now. Himeko Hoshioto, who is Koibito's half-sister. She's also not that known either, because I'm sure none of you even heard of her, but yeah, she'll be in there. Mathieu, the little French cook we all know and love. He'll be in there. Hairi, Aileen, and Aiko will be in the story too, because I mentioned robots. And Sozoku, he'll be in there too. Yep. And that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to say, but you know, like if you want to read it, I'll be more than happy that you actually went ahead and read it, and I will love you. And if you don't want to read it, I understand. Like, I have personal preferences too. I understand you may not like this either, but you know, if you gave it a shot, then still props to you for handling my bad writing. So, that's all I have to say. So, bye!